but a tank counters a marine so hard. Like, it's just all hard counters all the way around.
Right, it's interesting. You have to be very kind of fluid, you know, and then there's the whole air superiority aspect to everything,
Yes.
where it's like if you'd have one more Viking than your opponent, then suddenly your one Liberator can push all their tanks off.
Yeah, completely,
So
completely. There's so much going
yeah, a
on.
lot of fun there.
Cool.
All right.
And in the top right corner, we have DrgnEg dice.
And down in the bottom left, we have KRKTWN, NotPatches. Which is, of course,
Love that.
yeah, people.
Clan name.
Yeah, KRKTWN. That's not familiar. Not familiar. There must be a secret alliance.
Yeah, me neither. I really love it though. So
I wonder if everybody's referring to him as Patches, and it's like, is that a bother? If his name's not Patches, but everybody keeps calling him Patches, it's like, bro.
yeah, that's tough. It seems like Patches is gonna go one base aggressiveness, I think, because he took his gas very early. Takes both. And so does Dice. I suppose that's standard
Yeah,
for TvT to get your tech out immediately because they can do so much damage to each other.
definitely. And if you go gas barracks gas is the fastest you can get a factory down. Whereas if you go barracks gas, you still get a quick factory, but you do actually have to build, especially if you're building a Reaper, you wind up having to wait around for it for a little while.
That
So
is why
it
they
doesn't
built
actually
the
help
gas
you.
first, both of them. I
Yep.
think. Nice.
It's very, very quick factory, which especially if you're going for like Cyclone play or anything like that. And ooh, a reactor, just straight reactor coming down from Patches, just saying, Dice, you're not going to proxy Reaper me. It's not happening. Whereas Dice is opening Reaper here, so a bit more standard. And then there's that quick factory there.
Exactly. And NotPatches with the proxy factory a few bases away from main.
Ooh.
Oh, Dice.
Okay.
You want to
I
get
bet
something
that's going to be
done.
clones. Yeah.
I would think so
And then,
too.
so then what is this reactor going to be cranking out here? Because it's kind of
Marines, I
awkward when you
suppose.
do. Yeah. So it must just be a
Reapers.
proxy factory pressure. Oh, it is Reapers. Okay, so he's going to go for probably like a Reaper Cyclone all in, I
Into a
imagine.
second barracks is probably a
Second
heavy amount of
barracks.
Reapers and Cyclones.
Interesting. It is difficult because a lot of the early Cyclone pressures get absolutely shut down by just a couple of siege tanks.
Yes.
So as long as they get just their tech lab, they can really shut off a lot of early Cyclone pressure. But the Reapers might be able to get up in there. Ooh, this Reaper is getting a lot of damage done here, punishing that reactor first a little bit. Though it does look like, oh, NotPatches almost gets the Reaper. 1
Very, very
HP.
close. Very, very close.
Whew.
And he got 3
Yeah.
kills. I wonder how many
Ooh.
FTVs went down there. Maybe all of them. I
Yeah,
think
I
he
feel like
got
it's
3
got to be,
FTVs,
right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I only saw one going down, but yes. I can't quite predict this. I feel like this is going to be a very, very strong push, but I also feel like Dice already have what he needs to hold this in some sort of way. But it's going to be
Yeah.
so many Reapers. It's going to be so many Reapers.
It really is.
But Dice
It's
have the
got 3
tank.
Reapers at a time. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean Reapers are pretty terrible against tanks. They can swarm them if every other unit has been more or less cleaned out or is being held up on the bottom.
Yes.
But yeah, it's gonna be hard to just forehead into this because that tank's about to pop. Does look like if he gets in there right now, he can get
Yeah.
a lot of damage done, clean up all the SCVs down on the natural, and potentially pick something off. But the tank is already out. Is still moving around. Is kind of getting down in
It's
the low
not
ground.
siege.
Does he get to? Oh, does not end up deciding to engage there. The tank is just going to be kept unsieged, actually, and it looks like Dice is going to clean that up very handily. That
Yeah.
was
That was
hard
clean. That was
to
clean.
watch
But
for Patches
Reapers
fans.
still have free entrance into the main base, so there's so much damage to be applied there, and Dice only have one tank at this point.
Yeah. So they are going in. Ooh, that's a lot of Reapers.
It is.
And already 2 SCVs. They can probably pick off these Marines if they want to. The Reaper's definitely weak against the Cyclone. Does toss another couple of grenades, and nice micro there out of Patches. Does get a good amount of SCVs, but not enough to tip the scales on how late his command center is.
No, not yet. Not yet. And with the second tank out, I don't see much damage being done here anymore.
No. And he should be
Except
able to
if
chew
he can
through
get
a
in
lot of
here, the
this.
tanks go down into
Yeah,
the low
because he
ground.
can take out that Cyclone. Does get another one down there. All those Marines are down, which means he's going to have to start pulling some other units over there. Not a lot of focus fire on those SCVs, unfortunately, for
No.
Patches.
There was so many
But
half health SCVs there. He could have gotten a few
yeah,
kills. Good micro by Dice
and
though.
definitely. Dice up 10, 11, 12 workers now, which is a rough situation
Yeah.
for Patches, for sure.
Taking his third already.
Yeah, though
As
not
two
for long.
patches, I like that. That's the way to stay in the game right
Yeah,
now. That is the way to stay
he's
in the
just
game.
going to keep going.
And if Dice, he would probably think that Patches is so far behind that he kind of have to make something happen, as in winning right now.
Oh, no, not like this.
Oy, oy,
Oh, is it going to work?
oy.
No. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, the auto turrets
The
clean it
turrets.
right up.
They deal so much damage, it's insane.
Yeah.
Auto turrets so good. That's why I below only play Ravens probably.
Yeah. Beautiful unit, the Raven.
Yes, it is. Bit tricky to use, but used correctly, probably one of the strongest units in the game. Honestly.
Definitely. Up there with the Oracle, I'd say.
Yes,
It's that tricky aerial spellcaster that just, it harasses, it can help win fights. I mean, the Raven's particularly good at winning straight up fights, which is definitely a big strength of it.
Yes.
But it also, I mean, it can defend. It's oh, we got another jump in here, but that's also going to get just mopped right up.
Did he get that SCV? I didn't even see that.
He did. He got the SCV building the command center there, and so Fergus's third, or sorry, Patches' for third actually finishes a little bit before Dice's, which is kind of funny. He's still down 20 workers because of how late his natural was, though. But it does at least give him an avenue to get back into this game. However, if Dice at any point decides to just move out, it's going to be a real issue.
And Patches also needs to be constant aggressive here. He needs to keep that lower worker production so somewhere stable to Dice. Otherwise, he will just never get shot. Yeah. But the tank just makes that completely impossible. He needs to drop somehow.
Yeah. I don't know if Hurricane Thrusters is what I'd be building here. Interesting choice. The Cyclones are just so thoroughly shut down by really any amount of siege tanks that it's so difficult to get anything done with them in mass quantity in TvT. Unless you really do the tempo play where you force your opponent to stay on low tech, low eco by just never letting the pressure up, then you can definitely win with a snowball of Cyclones. But like the one Marine coming in picks off a mule.
It seems like Dice is choosing to move out after scouting the third base.
Yep.
On Patches' side.
Oh. And looks like...
And this is all that Patches has in his army is these 6 Reapers in total and 2 Cyclones. That is not enough.
No, it is not. Landed Vikings here. This is a terrifying army for Dice. I mean,
He's
it's
gonna
just
go exactly where he wants to go right now.
Yup, just straight for the jugular. Those penguins just marching along majestically, and the classic frontline fighter, the Viking. GG is called. Woo!